Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday. I figured I would get on the vlog and talk with y'all because today I am going to the newborn nursery, and I know I've been saying I wanted to post more about my new full-time job. I know that a lot of you followed me for being in the newborn nursery, so I've just continued doing this content specifically. Going forward, I definitely want to show more of my new full-time job. It has just been really hard because my new full-time job, definitely when I first step in, especially on Mondays and then Thursdays, I tend to be pretty busy, so it's just hard for me to always pull out the camera and vlog. But I promise I'm going to get there because it is my full-time job and I want y'all to know what I do outpatient, and it gives y'all an idea of what nursing job you could also be looking for in the future as well, because inpatient is not the only job a new grad nurse can get. Let me tell you, there are so many jobs that you can get. I definitely want to be here and support y'all and let you know what is out there for y'all. I'm currently on my way to the newborn nursery, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually could not sleep last night. I woke up every hour on the hour starting around midnight. I think I'm just very anxious because I haven't been to this job in about 3 weeks, and I can tell that not coming here on a daily basis is definitely slowing down my workflow. So I'm not used to being in that fast-paced mentality anymore. Honestly, you just never know what you're walking into, only because it is newborn babies. You never know when a delivery is gonna happen. So I can definitely tell I was like on edge last night, and I actually didn't realize how much that affected me mentally until I have no longer been working full-time here. I also think like the people you work with make a difference as well. I'm trying to keep a positive attitude going into today just because, like I said, I definitely can tell I'm a little on edge. I'm excited to bring y'all along. I actually did get Starbucks this morning. Matt and I were definitely cuddling until the absolute maximum point I had to leave. So I am running a little bit behind schedule. He just didn't want me to get up, and I agree. I didn't want to get up either. I'm used to actually waking up around 6:45, 7 now for my new full-time job. So waking up at 5:30, 5:50 has actually been quite a struggle since I've transitioned into an outpatient setting. Hopefully there's some good things we can talk about. If not, you know, I'll always just update you after work, since it's a little bit hard to kind of film where I am because we're in an open patient setting where I sit. So I'll try my best, but if not, I'll update you at the end of the day.
Kid again. Hard to swallow.
It's been kind of a little bit busier of a morning. I haven't had a delivery yet, but I'm in charge today for the first 4 hours until one of the more experienced nurses comes a little bit later this afternoon. So that's the update that I have for you. No deliveries for me yet, but there will be. I'm in the NICU conference room. I'm working on my RQI. I actually floated to NICU, so I've been in the NICU. 2 babies, thankfully not too much, but floated around like 2:33 just because I needed a lot of help. But I have some time to get my RQI done. And I probably should say that the RQI is like our CPR, where we have to do it on a 3-month cycle just to make sure we keep up to date with our skills.
Boy Scout badge, but it's barely hanging by a thread. Brought a knife to a gunfight. Now we both got blood on our hands. Float like a butterfly, and sting like a bee. Cross my heart.
Good morning, everyone. Today I am heading to the newborn nursery, which I actually haven't been there in over a month. Normally I work every other week, but my last shift I just was not feeling well at all. There was no way I was going to be able to drive a little over an hour to the newborn nursery. You heard me right, a little over an hour. I had to leave around 5:40 this morning because I live so much further away. I'm actually living closer to my mom now, and we have so many exciting news that I'm just so excited to share and post with y'all. Like life updates. I'll get into many of the details later, as in what is going on with my job here at the newborn nursery and where is life going to take me, because there, like I said, is going to be so many changes and there's just going to be a lot more different kind of content on my channel. I'm currently driving and I will be there in probably about 45 minutes or so. So I'm going to get on the road, kind of focus on the highway, and then I will update y'all when I get there.
I need it every day, so desperately, 'cause you're my sweet.
I've made it and I'm walking in. Definitely close to time of when I'm gonna be late, but I'm just gonna make it. So I picked up one baby today. It was a mom who's on MAG for high blood pressures. So those babies tend to stay in our unit for 6 hours, sometimes all the way up to 24 hours. So I'm currently just caring for that baby who's also on blood sugars. So I did to check the baby's blood sugar in the next few hours, see how that goes. Otherwise, we're just waiting for some more deliveries. There will be at least 6 or 7 today. So it will be a day full of deliveries.
Kid again. Hard to swallow.
Y'all, the end of that shift was so busy. It is 7:25 and I am just leaving. That shift towards the end was so busy. I walked in and I picked up a MAG baby. What we mean by that is just a mom who has preeclampsia and is on magnesium to help bring her blood pressure down. For the most part, I didn't have to do too much, but still, like, when you have a baby that you have to round on every hour and then you have 3 other deliveries, like, it just ends up getting super busy. I actually ended up going to a delivery for another mom who was on MAG, and I thought I was gonna have 2 MAG babies at the same time. And sometimes that can just get a lot, especially if you have to go to another delivery, which I had to do. Thankfully, my charge nurse told me that she was like, Kristen, just like when you're done with one of your MAGs, just like hand it off to me and I'll take one from you, because I'm not gonna have you have 2 MAGs at one time. And I was like, thank you so much. I feel like I'm running in between rooms. I had to do a lab today, and on one of the babies I had to get a hemoglobin and hematocrit, and those specifically tend to clot once you get them, so you have to do it very quickly. And so we just do a heel stick in the heel of the baby. I collect the blood in the tube, and then I shake the tube, and then I run to the tube station, because you just don't want those to clot and you don't want to have to poke a baby a second time. So that was the actual first delivery that I had. It wasn't until like mid-morning. And then the next delivery that I had was closer to the mid-afternoon, and I had that baby up until shift change. That baby took a lot of my time as well, because that baby didn't have the best suck coordination, and actually the baby wasn't even really sucking all that much to begin with. So I was nervous that baby wouldn't get the best feed in, baby would be more fussy. Thankfully the baby was a little bit more calm. I wouldn't say sleepy at all, because the baby was awake throughout the whole thing, but the baby was a little bit more calm. So I think the baby needed a minute to kind of transition. So I let the night shift nurse know, well, hopefully baby transitions really well and, can actually start getting a really good suck coordination going so the baby can feed. Pretty much this whole entire time that I was going to the deliveries that I had, I was going back and forth between the first room that I had with that MAG baby, and that baby pooped 3 really big poops. Poop that like came out of her diaper. It just was a mess. And so I spent so much time in that room helping. When moms are on magnesium, it can cause them to be tired and sleepy and dizzy and all these other things. And so you really do have to give your time and attention to these babies, because the moms need a little bit more help than normal. So I would say today was definitely a busier shift than I've had in quite some time. On the weekends, the trend seems to be that I've been having about 1 to 3 deliveries. And even though I had I believe 2 deliveries today. Let me tell you, it just felt like with that extra mag baby that I was watching all day, it felt like so much more than just 2 deliveries and a mag. But we made it through, and it also feels a little hard as well because when you're not there as often, I feel like I'm forgetting to chart things, and then I worry that I forget to chart something. And so I told the night shift nurse, please let me know if I forgot to chart something, and I can give you the information, and then you can just put my name on there if you need to, whatever you need. If I forget something, please let me know. And of course, now I have to drive the really long drive home, and I'm so hungry right now. So I have a banana and some clementines in my bag that I'm gonna go ahead and munch on the way home. But overall, it was a good shift. I feel good. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to eat. I'm gonna go ahead and focus on the road since it's about to get super dark out here trying to get home.
In my heart like a Boy Scout badge, but it's barely hanging by a thread.